Hello everybody, Scratch Off Ticket Man here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Got a couple tickets here. Hopefully one of these is the ticket to getting out of debt. Got a bingo card, 50 grand. That'd be pretty amazing. Cash for life, $1,000 a week. That'd be sweet. Let's get started. Hope everyone had a good week. Pretty good week over here. Not a lot has changed, to be honest. It's kind of all the same right now. It's just calling it just saying what it is, sort of thing. But it was a pretty good week. I always think if a week doesn't, if things don't get worse, that's always you can think of that as a step in the right direction. But things kind of getting better. Anyways, last night I kind of went down a rabbit hole on YouTube. I like watching channels about weird stuff. Not like weirdo stuff, but just kind of like haha strange stuff. Anyways, there was one channel was listening to I put a link to it below actually. I'll try to put a link to it below, but we were talking about like this like weird YouTube channels that like may have disappeared. But there's one that was talking about there was this YouTube channel where it was just a guy filming people in public. And you'd think, okay, that's just, whatever. That's just a guy filming people in public. But the thing is, he would go like right up to people, like way up to people's faces pretty much, and just start filming them. And like the one, he just like, there's a guy just like sitting at a coffee shop, and he just sat down and started filming the guy. And then the guy's like, what are you doing? Why are you filming me? And then wouldn't say anything. He would just sit there and he would keep filming him. And then eventually, like a lot of the times when they're explaining the story of this channel, it was just this guy in Seattle just filming people in public, and they get kind of upset about it. And like the original one, it was like there's a guy and this girl. There's like I think there were students and they're just sitting like working. I didn't even check that one. I didn't even check the B11. There's this guy and a girl like they're like studying or something like that, and he just sat down and he just started filming him. And the guy's like, "Why are you filming me? Why are you filming me, bro? What's up?" And I think he just responded in that one. He's just like, "What's wrong? What's wrong with being on camera? What's wrong with this?" And it's one of those things where like maybe there was something more going on to that couple that was sitting there. I'm not saying there were a couple, but it was a couple people because it was two people. It was two people. But just the idea of like maybe that sparked something when he filmed them, and he was thinking like they were in a public place, the people that were sitting there, like the two students that were sitting there, but the idea that maybe there was probably other cameras already like in place there. There was probably two cameras at least if it was like a school setting or something like that. And maybe this sparked the idea of the guy. Okay, like maybe there's more going on to the couple that was sitting there and was filming something because maybe the two of them should not have been sitting where they were sitting. You know what I mean? But just the idea of like, there's probably other cameras around anyways if people wanted to check the cameras and see what people are up to. So think about it. If it was this is just me going down the rabbit hole last night, kind of thinking about this stuff, and possibly the guy that had this channel, with just the idea that maybe he's like, okay, this is cool. Well, this is me. I'm the guy thinking right now. Or he's thinking, okay, there's a school, and then there's probably at least two cameras, three cameras, and maybe this is like library study hall section that's there. Every hallway getting there would probably have a camera. Did I always scratch off B1 and I just like had B1? That's weird. That's some weird stuff. But yeah, the hallways probably had cameras. And then if you let's say you drove there, there's probably several cameras that you drove past for like intersections and stuff like that. Not to mention like if there's any stores and like businesses and stuff like that, there's probably a bunch of cameras there too. And you really get thinking and you're just like, how many times am I actually on camera in a day now? Like if you leave your house. Like probably a whole bunch. Like if you go to the mall, you're probably on like 90 cameras when we think about it. Like it's pretty easy like to keep track of people sort of thing. And then I don't even want to get into it, but just the idea with your phone too. It's like I I have to think like those like if your phone can look at your face and unlock it, I wonder how many times it actually looks to see if it's your face, like, in the day. Like, I wonder, and the thing too with that, like, it's got to be like a picture. It's got to be taking a picture of it, because like your phone can unlock in the dark. Like, think about that for a second. Like, we can barely make a sandwich in the dark. Your phone's like, oh yeah, that's your face. That's, I would say like, oh, that's my master, but it's like it's not. It's the other way around. Like, that's my servant. Look at me. Scroll me. Anyway, but just the idea, like how many times how many pictures your phone's probably taken of you in a day. Like, think about that. Anyways, back to the idea here, just like how many cameras you're probably on in a day. It's just bonkers. But I think the main part of the channel, like, it's one thing to see people getting really upset about being on camera, but it wasn't even like the idea. Like, this is just kind of digging down into the brain dirt here, but just the idea that, like, it's not about being on camera. It's about knowing you're being on camera. And what happens to people when they know they're on camera. People get weird when they're on camera. Meanwhile, it's just like in normal life, you're on camera all day, like every day. Like, if you go outside, you're on camera. Pretty much. And then people have like dash cameras on the cars and stuff like that. I have a friend. I have a friend who works in law enforcement, and the question came up. It was just like, you ever just put your sirens on and just like, just bob way through traffic and stuff like that? And they're like, actually, no. Like, if you really need to get somewhere and it's not like an emergency, I'd rather just kind of drive around people, because as soon as you put your sirens on, everyone gets weird. People start doing weird stuff. And I'm like, you know what? That kind of makes sense. And just thinking now about the whole camera thing, it's just like, someone police put the sirens on behind you, and all of a sudden, like, is it me? Is it you? Did I do something? You do something? Looking around? What's going on? Me, you, him, you. So it's just the idea of like, people, we're on camera all day, every day, but until we stop and think about it, it starts to get weird when we know, when we acknowledge that we're on camera every day. So anyway, I thought it was interesting. Anyway, the end of that too, they said that like they took all the videos down on the channel. My guess is probably like, because people are not happy to be filmed. So my guess is probably that the owner of the channel was just like, you know what, experiment is over. I'm gonna take all these videos down, but the ghost of the channel remains. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was really interesting social commentary, though. All right, well, this is through the bingo card. Not looking good. Could have used 22. Could have used could have used 2. Could have used a few things there, but mainly 22. Could have used a bunch of 2s. Okay, is what it is on a Friday. Mind to like and subscribe if you want to help support the channel. Moving on to Cash for Life. $1,000 a week, $1,000 Got the Canadian done walking that today. That's for my American friends. Cash for Life. We tried to not do Cash for Life yesterday. We did, what was it, Lucky 7, Diamond 7s. I felt good about it. I wanted to change it up because we hadn't been doing much in a while. I haven't been doing much damage. We tried that one. All right. So far, no movement forward in our financial situation. Even just break even on a week would be good. Even like $40 or something like that would be pretty sweet. It's what it is right now. Hope everyone's got some good plans for the weekend. Weather's supposed to be pretty decent where I am. All right. I keep seeing all the life. They always put like a couple lives in there. I have a feeling like one day, hopefully this is the feeling that is like a good feeling. Like I'm gonna scratch this off and not even notice that there's 3 lives here. That'd be pretty awesome. Let's go with that. All right, the last one, Game 7, coming down to the wire. Anything for this week? Nothing. I think maybe we got like $3 this week or something like that. Is what it is, though. All right, just gonna do some smooth scratching, some happy scratching here. Not looking like anything on either of these cards. That's okay. That's okay. So nothing on bingo, nothing on cash for life. The mountain of debt remains. Hope everyone has a good weekend. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be back on Monday. See you in the next one. Good luck out there.